Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Data Simplified. I have recently launched in last week this channel, and this one is the third video I gonna post it over my channel. This is all about the variables, how you will create a variable in Python. So let's define this. What is a variable? A variable is a container which holds your data value. How do you create a variable in Python? In Python, there is no command for declaring a variable. However, a variable is created automatically the moment you assign a value to it. Let's see an example. See, x is a variable and I'm gonna assign 5 as integer value. Let's see what is x now. X is now 5 because I have assigned an integer value 5 to x variable. We are not restricted to this. We can assign not only an integer value. That is why I told you that we are not restricted to this. We are also going to assign an object value, that means character value. Like I gonna assign John. This is a character value. Now you will find what x means. X is John now. Earlier x was assigned with an integer value, but now this time x assigned is an string value. We are also not restricted to this. We gonna assign 20.5. This is a float value because you can see this is just like a decimal value. So decimal value is mainly comes under a float value. The float is a data type for the decimal. Now let's I hit enter and in result we got x equal 20.5 because I have assigned a float value to x. So x is a variable. You can see the moment you have a cursor over this x and this is showing that variable x equal float. This x is showing as a variable name and float is showing as a data type. We are still not restricted to this. We can assign a boolean value like true or false like this. If we gonna hit enter to find out the result, what is x now becomes as a true is a boolean value. If you want to see what true is all about, what kind of this data type true or false value has, then you can type here type type and you will find what type of x we have now. We have bool. Bool is a short form of boolean value. Boolean value is of two kinds, true or false, either 1 or 0. I hope you understand this what a boolean value is. 1 and 0, true and false. There are only two kinds of boolean value we have uh, as of now. So far you have seen you will have any characters which is known as a variable just like a container and you gonna assign no matter what data type of data value you gonna assign to it. The moment you gonna assign a data type of data value, no matter which data type of data value you gonna assign to it, the moment you do this, a variable gets created automatically. In Python, there is no command for to declare a variable using any command. So I have seen what variable is. Now I am going to show you uh, the different variables can have different name, but I gonna assign in a single line. How to assign different values to multiple variables. Here I have x, I have y, I have z, I have p, I have q. There are 5 variables I have defined here, but I haven't assign any value. Now I'm gonna assign using equal sign. In X I'm gonna assign 1. In Y I gonna assign John. In Z I gonna assign 20.5. Q I gonna assign false, and then I gonna assign 100. In this way you gonna assign multiple variables with their values. The first is the first value, the second variable is having the second value, third variable having the third value, and so on. If you're gonna find what is x equal now, and you know x equal 1, so hit enter, you have one answer. If you want to have what is y now, you have y equal John, which I have assigned, and you can see you have a John as a result. Now I want to have what is q now. We have q as 100 because q is here, last one, and last one is 100. So in this way you can have multiple variables with the multiple data value assigned to it. Now I gonna assign a multiple variable but a same data value. That means there is one data value I gonna assign to a 5 variables. How to do that? Let's see that. Now we have the same variables base, and I gonna assign 100. But this comma should replace with equal sign. This way you have x equal 100, y equal 100, z equal 100, p equal 100, and q equal 100. Meaning you have 5 multiple variables here, and you're gonna assign every variables have 100 data value. Now if you want to have what is q now, you have 100. If you want to what is x now, you have 100. If you want to see what is y now, it's equal 100. Now I want x plus y plus z. It is 300 because each 3 variables which gonna added to each other having the 100 value of each, and when 100 plus 100 plus 100 becomes 300. If you want that x plus y becomes 200, and now minus q is 100, that means x plus y becomes 200 minus q, that means minus 100, so result is 100. So you can do a simple math operation over it also. Now I want to have only 2, and now I want to have x square x, that means x value is 2 and going to have a square 2, that means x to the power 2. Now see the result, it becomes 4. If you want to have multiply, then x multiplying y, then it becomes 4. If you want y multiply y plus 2 plus 2 into x plus q, now you have a 10. So these are the simple math operation you can apply over this. You can test with different math operations over this. Now naming conventions in a variable. I want to tell you some naming conventions guidelines. What are the naming conventions? Naming conventions means how to a name of a variable. This is a simple x, y, z, so no need to apply a naming convention. But in case you have a multiple word variable name, like I have my variable, like this. So you have here two variable, then you can say when you have a multiple word and you want to give a multiple word a variable name, then how will do that? So first I want to tell you that there is a certain guidelines for creating a variable name you should follow to this. First, a variable gets start with a letter. It's never start with a number. A variable can have only three things: alpha, numeric, and underscore. Other than no special characters gonna allow to having a variable name. Like you see, I gonna give in here my space variable. This is not a best practice. You can't assign a variable name like this. Also, if you have not given here a name and if you have given here 2, like you are giving that this like this, what we have done here, x equal 2 or x equal 100, this is not a best practice. This is not a rule uh, based on. This is not the variable name based on the certain guidelines. So you cannot create, because a variable gets created when you are going to create a variable name. A variable name can start with a letter, must start with a letter, but not start with any integer value. A variable name can have only three things: alpha, numeric, and underscore. You can do this like my variable equal 400, this is fine, or my underscore variable, this is fine, or you can see my variable like this is also a fine, like this. So there are three cases you have been through with everywhere, or you don't know about this. I will tell you the three cases we should follow that. First, we have a camel case, which is like my bear. This is camel case. Allow like name like my bear means first letter my and second letter is where, and first letter we have a small character, and once we finish the first letter and we gonna start with the second letter, and the first character of the second letter becomes a cap letter. That means a small and cap. Second thing, we have a Pascal cases. In Pascal cases, you can use my bear. That means both two words having the first character cap letters. Now the third one is a snack case. A snack case. And this is all about the my underscore where. Underscore where. But my recommendation is please stick to snake cases. Try to use underscore whenever you're gonna create a multiple word a variable name. Snake cases have been flowed through a community and worldwide. Every user start using a snake cases, so we should follow them. So we have been through with what a variable is, how to create a variable, and how to create a multiple variables with the multiple values, and how to create a multiple variable with a same value. You also know how to create with the multiple bus variable name. This is a very short kind of tutorial. I hope you understand, and if you really like this video, please go and hit subscribe button so that I can have a very short video but interesting and useful, and I'm sure that you will understand the way I gonna teach you. This is the way not only you gonna understand what these subjects are over which we gonna create a table. In this way, I gonna remind everything from the back. This is useful for me and useful for you too. So hit a subscribe button and make this video memorable and share around your friend circles and stick to the new upcoming video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.